Hi, thank you for taking a minute to listen. I'd like to start out by helping you get to know me a little bit. I am the publicist of Interact, but I still have some more facts. I am junior class president, which I believe makes it evident that I am extremely qualified for this position, and I am on a mission. Okay, I think that's enough rhyming. Now, onto my campaign promises. When you vote Alex Kuma, you vote on bringing back Spring Fling, but not just the dance. I'm going to get us cotton candy. I've been working very closely with the creator, Calais Stambaugh, to guarantee the comeback of this dance, and together we have planned it for next year. Second, I plan to introduce a new festival called the Color Fest. I have done extensive research into this event, and I believe that with your vote, I can make it happen. I'm talking powder toss at sunset, Jamba Juice, black lights, music, and more. This is going to be a high school experience to remember. I take this job very seriously, which is why one of the activities that I'm going to implement is a Suicide Prevention Day. As ASB president, I believe it is my responsibility to make sure our campus is a place where everyone can thrive. I care about getting people the help they need if something isn't right. During Dude Be Nice Week, I propose that one day be devoted to suicide prevention with a partnership with the Wellness Center and the use of therapy dogs. Lastly, I would like to bring awareness to the poor communication when it comes to announcements to the student body. How many of us can't even hear the announcements through these speakers? Students should not have to trek all the way to 607 for a small piece of information. Imagine this, all the information you need on one bulletin board right in the middle of the gym. Easy access to information essential to you. Now I realize I just threw a lot of information at you in a short amount of time, so let me sum it up. A vote for Alex Kuma is a vote for Colorfest, suicide prevention, spring fling, better communication, cotton candy, and therapy dogs. To finish up, let me say one more thing. Ikuma Matata. You may have seen this around on my posters and pins. Ikuma Matata means no worries when you vote Alex Ikuma for ASB president.
Hi everyone, my name is Nadine Rotino and I'm running for your next ASB president. I am a junior at CVHS. I've been a part of leadership since my 8th grade year. I was 8th grade class president, freshman vice president, sophomore class president, and I am currently ASB secretary. Apart from being in leadership, I volunteer at DS Connection, where I am a peer mentor for young adults with Down syndrome. I also babysit my 5 little siblings daily. Some more things you should know about me before I tell you why you should vote for me include that I am a kind, hardworking, and motivated person. I am really passionate about student activities. Now, why should you vote for me? I'll give you 3 reasons. First, as a part of my campaign, I want to make sure that students at CVHS are genuinely heard. Homecoming is one of our biggest events at the high school, and in my opinion, one of the best weeks of the year. But for the past few years, students have not had a say on our homecoming theme. If I am elected next year, I will make sure that you all will choose what our homecoming theme is. Second, many students, including me, were upset to hear that we would not be having a spring fling this year. Next year, I want to bring back spring fling. With that being said, many students complain about the music played every year. Although I know everyone has their own music taste, ranging from NBA YoungBoy to Mozart, I want to implement a playlist full of songs requested by students only, played at Spring Fling next year. Lastly, you should vote for me because I have what it takes to be ASB president. I have the experience, commitment, and motivation. I've seen all the past ASB presidents, Maddie Thompson, Michelle Terhell, and Devin Green currently, fulfill the position perfectly, and I know I am fully capable of filling this position as well. Thank you all for listening and giving me the opportunity to speak. For the last time, don't be so mean and vote for Nadine for your next ASB president.
Hello, I'm running for ASB Vice President. I'm Travis Orman, but I go by many other things. Some of you know me as T-Dog, the guy who always wears shorts every day, or the guy that's super spirited and kind of annoying during homecoming. But there's another side of me you may not know. I'm currently a poet in 7 clubs, having over 150 plus hours of community service, and I've recently joined the Water Polo, Ultimate Frisbee Club, and swim team. This year I decided to branch out and try out for the water polo team. Having never had a swimming lesson or practice, it was a risk I was willing to take. Through my hard work and dedication, I was able to become one of the JV captains of the team. These skills that I possess make me feel like I can be able to lead as your ASB vice president. Some things that I've noticed in our school are the unity of classes versus other classes. During homecoming, the main things that I see are joy and positivity. I feel like I could bring this back by including Olympic Games type activity that would intertwine with second semester spirit week and the ladies flag football game. Nominated quote-unquote warriors would be elected from each class to participate in daily lunch games to lead up to the big event before the football game. This event would be class versus class in an all-time battle before the game to hype it up. This final event will not only include the choosing class representatives, but also the whole crowd so everyone can experience the fun. I am very committed to this school and all of its activities. Many of you may notice me at every event going all out spirit-wise. That energy that I bring with that, I feel I can convey into the school. I have learned throughout my years as a Trojan that all of us will eventually face criticism. So why not go all out and have fun with it? That is a lesson I'll bring to my position. One other thing I feel I could also bring to the table is inclusion. I know that there are many students that aren't into dressing up or painting their face for Spirit Week, and that's okay. I, as your ASB Vice President, will promise you that I can always be someone to talk to for ideas or other events to accommodate everyone's high school experiences. Many of you know me as that leadership kid for looking for everyone's votes just to get elected and turn my back on you. Well, with that one, you're wrong. I'm here to help you all throughout this next 2020 to 2020 year and make it as fun as possible for everyone. With my ideas of a second semester Spirit Week and being an open ear to talk to, I feel we can truly make Cache Valley High a better place. Thank you all for listening. I'm Travis T-Dog Orem, and I approve of this message.
Lauren Green, and I'm running for the position of your ASB Vice President for the upcoming 2020 to 2021 school year. I'm currently the sophomore class president here at CVHS. Last year I was a freshman class president, and my leadership experience spans all the way back through elementary school. One of the ways that we can all thrive here at CVHS is if each student feels included and supported. So let me tell you how I can help all of us feel that way. Inclusion is a broad topic, but for right now, I'm going to focus on activities and clubs. When our school is spirited and excited for activities, more and more people get included. A promise that I have is to put on more activities both during the school day and after school for the next school year, and take other students' feedback. I want your ideas to be heard and to be put into place. You can always come to me with ideas. We can create a plan, and I will work hard to create a reality. If we bridge some of our school's activities between leadership, our clubs, and outside organizations, it would create more successful events with the opportunity of everyone feeling included. Just dream of these possibilities. Being supported as a high schooler is difficult. We have a ton of homework, which causes so much stress. Many of our students do after-school activities such as sports, school plays, musicals, and have club meetings or events. Making sure that these events get the same amount of advertisement and attention around school is important to make sure that everyone feels supported. Another part about being supported at our school is having all the necessities go throughout a school day. I know that some people may need the support of our adoptive family program year-round, so that's why I plan on introducing a community closet, a place where students could grab clothing and toiletries that they need. My goal would be to make this a reality, but it would be a long task to accomplish. Being included and supported and knowing that your ideas and thoughts are being heard is important. It helps us thrive at CVHS. Remember, you get all these things when you vote for me, Lauren Green. As you can see, with my qualifications and my plan for the next school year, I'm the best fit for this role. Remember, tomorrow and Wednesday, dream of green for your ASB Vice President. Thank you for listening.
Trojans. My name is Wandi Mwinde, and I'm running to be your ASB Secretary for the upcoming 2020 to 2021 school year. I am here to share my vision that I will accomplish successfully. I will make sure that your voices are heard and that the dreams you have for CVHS become a reality. I am not just here for the title of ASB Secretary. I am here to be in a position where I can make changes that will better our school and make sure that we will never go backward, but only forward. To give all of you a piece of my personality, I am a compassionate, selfless, and fun person to be around. My smile is always genuine, and I make sure those who feel like they are not worthy to feel like amazing queens and or kings. While I was at Creekside Middle School, I used my capabilities to officially organize 2 successful community service drives in 7th and 8th grade. Furthermore, I have been in CVHS leadership for 1 year. I've been able to soak in all the amazing work that happens behind the scenes to allow for our school to have awesome events. It has been truly inspiring, and I would like to contribute to that magic next year on an even bigger scale as your ASB Secretary. Now for my campaign promise. I would like to create a new and efficient way to fundraise for our school. The way I would fundraise is by using an app called FlipGive. With this app, I would make a leadership team where parents and students will buy certain items from Target, for example, and then 2.5% of that money will be given back to us. I understand going to all fundraisers can be difficult time-wise, and money can be tight. For next year, we would set up a trial to see how the app would work. In conclusion, with this new fundraising idea, I would be able to earn additional money for our school to keep progressing and thriving one step at a time. With all of this said, I hope you consider me to be a great candidate for ASB Secretary. Thank you.
Hello, fellow students, staff, and candidates. My name is Cassie Vaughn, and I'm running for your ASB Secretary. I know that most of you will just get bored by an endless lecture, so I will keep my speech short and simple. I'm currently a junior here at CVHS, so next year I will be in my senior year. I want to use my final year here in order to help students get their ideas heard. Next year, I will also be entering my 11th year as a Girl Scout. Being a Girl Scout has allowed me to expand my abilities as a leader, as well as taught me how to prioritize and manage my time. I'm organized and detail-oriented in addition to being passionate about this position. I'm responsible, dependable, and a good student. I believe that I'm a qualified candidate for this position, having had experience in a similar position as secretary for the California Junior Scholarship Federation. I'm currently taking steps to help improve the school, and I want students to know that I will help them be heard. I've partnered with Home Depot in order to arrange to get an additional water station on campus where students can fill up their water bottles. By doing so, I hope to reduce waste while also increasing accessibility for students. While I know that many of you already have your minds made up about who to vote for regardless of these speeches, for those of you that don't, vote me for ASB. Cassie Vaughn for secretary.
Hello. For those who don't know me, my name is Griffin Hastings, and I'm running to be your next ASB treasurer. I'm not going to tell you why I'm qualified, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be standing before you today. But I'm going to tell you why you should vote for me and what I'll do if I'm your next ASB treasurer. Everybody loves homecoming, right? Maybe you guys will like it even more if you get to choose the theme. If you elect me, I will make the change and make next year's homecoming theme a choice of the people. Being in leadership, I hear a lot of complaints about homecoming and how the student body doesn't get a say in the theme, so I will give more say to the people. I also want to get the student body's request for the theme of dances and what we do at those dances. The students that attend the school should have a voice in what happens, so I want events like homecoming and dances to be ideas of the student body. Thank you for listening, and remember to vote Griffin Hastings for ASB treasurer.
Hi, you may not know me, but my name is Jake Zakis, and I'm running to be your ASB treasurer. Now, I can make promises that I know are out of my reach, but I will promise that I could dedicate my time and energy to making sure that all of our funds go to the right place. Anything that is in my control and that I can improve, I will dedicate myself to making sure it gets done. Currently, we have great fundraisers and events, but I want to bring something new to the table. I want to help raise student input on fundraising events and other themes of dances and school-wide activities. I know sometimes some fundraisers are a flop and some restaurants don't attract as much attention to you, but all of that can change with me as your ASB treasurer. With my idea, you have the power in your hands to see what's best for you. Not only do we get good school funding, but a great time with it. It's not an easy job to be a treasurer, and not many people know what they do, so let me break it down for you. A treasurer takes care of all the financial decisions that the school makes. That can distinguish from buying a t-shirt for your club to funding all of your extracurricular activity events. As a treasurer, you need to be organized, dedicated, and time efficient. I know I'm organized because I'm always on top of everything I do. I also know that I'm dedicated because I'm always making sure everyone's satisfied with the results that I put out. And finally, time efficiency. I know I'm time efficient because I used to do 22 hours of gymnastics practice a week, and I still had time to do everything and get it done with the best quality. And now I only do 9 hours of gymnastics dive practice a week, but trust me when I say I'll never forget that experience. Having that experience showed me how much I was able to get done with such a limited time. And with me as your ASB treasurer, you know you get the same treatment. With your permission, I can change the school for the better and let you have the best year of your life. So don't forget, underneath ASB treasurer on your ballot, put a check mark right next to the name Jake Zakis. Thank you.
If we haven't met, my name is Shane Tayag, and I'm running to be your next ASB School Board representative. Today I want to start off by telling you a little bit about me. I've been in leadership for 3 years, being a freshman officer and the business manager both this year and last. I am highly motivated and always try to be involved in all of our school's activities. As for me, those activities make my school experience amazing. As ASB School Board rep, my main goal would be to ensure that all of us can have the best school experience possible, whether that be being involved in school activities or simply feeling included in a united community. As students, there was a lot of pressure on us to get good grades, to plan our futures, and it's definitely overwhelming. My main goal as ASB School Board rep would be to create a stronger sense of community and togetherness at our school. When we come together for events such as homecoming activities or prom, we all create friendships and lasting memories, making our school experience fun. That being said, everyone at our school comes from many different economic backgrounds, and as an ASB member, it is my job to ensure that money is never a reason as to why someone is prevented from participating. I want everyone to have the opportunity to attend all of the events that the school hosts, because when we come together, we create a stronger school community. I would take on this issue by working to achieve a reduced prom price for the events that we hold. Lowering these prices would be an essential goal in my position, for not only would our community be strengthened, but it would also allow all of us the opportunity to participate. As ASB School Board Rep, my primary role is to be your collective voice to the As ASB School Board Rep, my primary role is to be your collective voice and representative to the school board. I want you to know that with me, everyone's opinion counts, and all suggestions should be heard. By representing us to the school board, I will ensure that decisions have our best interests at heart. Know that when you vote for me, you can be sure that I will do the best job that I can do to make positive changes and to make our school year amazing. Thank you so much for your time, and don't forget to vote Shane Tayag for your next ASB School Board representative.
In ASB, you get the chance to work with 4 other officers as well as the activities director. What qualities do you bring to a team?
That's a great question. The great qualities that I bring to a team is that I am very cooperative. I love working with other people and listening to other people's ideas. I'm very open-minded to everyone and everyone's opinion. I'm also very passionate about what I'm doing, especially if I were to be elected ASB president. I would want to have a good time, and yeah.
I bring a great deal of communication. I've had the pleasure of working with 3 other people this year as junior class president. I work with the vice president, secretary, and treasurer. I'm also on the officer board of Interact as publicist with 7 other people. So I've had a lot of experience in teamwork, and I'm very excited to see what we can bring next year.
Can you think of a project that you worked on this year in leadership and explain how that helped you grow as a leader?
Thank you, Devin. A project that I've worked on currently during leadership is shadowing as ASB secretary. CVHS shadowing is where we bring in the Canyon leadership students to shadow and watch our leadership class and how it works and help them get a glimpse of what our leadership is like and what Castro Valley High is like. And it's helped me grow because there was a lot of planning to do, and I had to manage my time while also handling a bunch of junior classes and also my other priorities, and I was able to accomplish it, and yeah.
One thing that I worked on this year was the homecoming dance for the junior class. As a junior class officer, I was in charge of one of the events, the dance, the skit, or the float, and this year it was the dance. I had the opportunity to choose a choreographer and make sure that all the dancers were there at the right times and get the costumes and everything set up. And it was a great experience for me, and I feel like I've grown a lot as a leader as I got to experience a lot of different people and go an entire week just communicating with a lot of different areas of like the officer board, the activities director, my ASB, everything. It was a great experience.
How do you, as a member of ASB, plan to help clubs on campus?
That's a good question. So me being in multiple different clubs, I feel that they're kind of underappreciated in that they have one day to kind of like give their pitch to everybody. And I feel that if we could include like kind of more days to include with it and kind of like be like, hey, like this club is now doing this, or like have more like updates, even possibly in the announcements, that we can kind of just be like, hey, like for example, I'm in the Ultimate Frisbee team, like, hey, Ultimate Frisbee won their first game or something like that for the comp team, or like Interact is hosting this big event, like if we could get like certain members to join the club or like do this and stuff like that. So just kind of getting more stuff out there and just kind of like be like, hey, like this is going on, let's make sure that like everyone can have the opportunity for it. Sorry, I say like a lot.
I plan to help clubs on campus by making sure that they stay incorporated with leadership and branching out activities that might not already be like incorporated with clubs, like making sure that homecoming, that clubs are included and a big part of it. And also making sure that the donations that are collected will go to charities that clubs may pick.
What is one thing you love about CVHS, and how are you going to improve it even more?
That's a good question. I know that the campus has a lot of beautiful, like, shrubbery, I guess you could say. Like, there's, like, we have, like, compared to other campuses, we have, like, nice, like, arrangements of, like, flowers and stuff like that. So I love seeing that. And, like, or when you're walking between, I believe, 100 and 200, you have, like, the rock assortments and kind of stuff like that. So I love this kind of, like, the calming aspect of, like, the trees and stuff like that. But if I can add one thing, it would probably be more tables. Because I know a lot of people kind of are like affected by that, and just having like, you always see people like sitting on the floor or like sitting on like too close to each other or something like that. And people are just crowded. So if we could have more tables included into our campus, I feel like that would be a better option.
One thing I love about CVHS is how we're all so willing to help each other, and we're all so willing to be there for each other. And with my plan with the community closet and being able to accept donations from the community and just making sure that everyone has what they need to be supported, it will just make it even better, and that everyone will be able to have what they want. And that's what I love about CVHS.
There are many other positions on ASB. Why did you choose this position?
I chose ASB secretary because I thought it would be a good way to organize the class and help my organization and also the school-wide organization. And also, it's just another platform to really make more changes and help our school in different ways. And I thought ASB secretary would be great for that.
I chose to be secretary because I am passionate about this position. I've had previous positions such as secretary for the California Junior Scholarship Federation, and I like to take notes, so I feel that I'd be a great fit for this position.
As ASB secretary, you will be in charge of many events. How do you plan on managing your time as ASB secretary?
Well, I was a community service commissioner for leadership this year, and it requires a lot of thinking and creativity to create events and etc. And so I think managing that will help me manage being secretary as well. Thank you.
As ASB secretary, I do not see a problem with managing my time as I have done it my whole life. I've had many other extracurricular events such as like Girl Scouts and other clubs, and I manage my time wisely and I still get good grades, so I do not foresee a problem.
As ASB treasurer, it is important to exhibit strong organizational and time management skills. How have you demonstrated these qualities this year?
For homework, I always write down my homework in my notebook to remind myself, and I use Devin Green's app to put in my homework.
This year, I used to do 22 hours of gymnastics, like I said before, but I always had time, I still had time to make sure I got everything done and with the best quality. And I always kept myself organized because I knew that if I wasn't organized, I would have been nowhere and I would have had such bad grades. But because I was organized and I had good time management, I was able to get done with that.
ASB consists of 4 other incredible positions. Why did you choose to run for ASB treasurer?
I wanted to be ASB treasurer just so I could use my organization skills and challenge me more than the other positions would.
Well, I really do think that it's a really cool position. Dealing with money, I just think that's really cool compared to I don't know. I'm just saying that other ones are not as appealing to me as a treasurer was, and I just think it's really cool.
Cool. All right, Shane. How are you planning on representing such a wide array of diverse voices and needs equally?
It's really important for me in this position to make sure that everyone has a voice in our school and everyone's represented. I think the best thing that I could do in my position is just to listen to all the students at our campus and take feedback, because not only will people feel more included if they feel like their opinion is being heard, we can make our events more successful because everyone's enjoying them.
You're the only candidate for ASB School Board Rep. Why should people vote for you?
Even though I'm the only candidate, I don't think that discounts my candidacy. I think that people should vote for me because I really want to listen to people and implement change. I know definitely that when I was a freshman, I wish I had more say in school policy that directly affected me. For example, Trojan Time. I know that if there was more student input, we could have made that more successful. So I think that's really why students should vote for me, so I will give them a better voice in school policy.